I was thinking I didn't want to do criminal defense. I was thinking, I understand that people are entitled to a defense and they're innocent until proven guilty, and the state has to prove their guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, that the state has the burden of proof, and the defendant doesn't have to prove anything. They have a Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, and they can sit there in silence, and that silence not be used against them. And I understand that that was part of the process, but I thought, how can I defend somebody that I know is guilty and get them off, or try to get them off, and live with myself? How can I sleep at night? I didn't think I wanted to do that. I said, I know they're entitled to defense, but not by me. They're gonna get one by somebody else. But once I started practicing law with my father, Bob Ingrum, who practiced for 45 years till he retired 2 years ago, I saw kind of how the system tends to work. A lot of times people are charged with a crime and they're guilty of a crime, but maybe not the charge they're charged with. Sometimes officers will overcharge somebody, or sometimes a district attorney will over-indict somebody. Not every time, but sometimes. So they maybe should be charged with a crime at this level, but they're charged with a crime at this level. So your first job as an attorney is make sure that the charge is correct, that it fits the factual elements of what the person did, because the state has to prove each and every element of a crime beyond a reasonable doubt for somebody to be guilty of that crime. So they might have charged somebody with first-degree murder, but it wasn't really first-degree murder. It should have been voluntary manslaughter. Or you charge them with first-degree murder, it should be second-degree murder. So you're trying to get the charge correct. The other thing is you're trying to make sure that the punishment is correct and fair. Sometimes good people do bad things. Sometimes people make mistakes. You can just have a bad night and make a bad mistake, and you never broken the law before, but now you're faced with you've broken the law. What's going to happen to you? There are mitigating factors that a defense attorney can argue. There are enhancement factors that a district attorney or prosecutor can argue, and at a sentence hearing, a judge can decide how that person should be sentenced. You also can argue those mitigating factors at a settlement with a DA, and they're arguing enhancement, and you can work out a plea bargain. 9 times out of 10, it's not like that scenario that I, as a young lawyer with naivete, thought you're going to get everybody off. Most times you can't get somebody completely off because they are guilty of some crime. You're just trying to get the charge correct and the punishment correct, and you're working out a plea bargain that your client can live with, that the state can live with, and it does justice for both sides.